Hello, everybody on my YouTube channel, Yogi Essentials with Allison. I am going to be doing a series of classes for my friend Dave. My friend Dave, I met him in a bookstore, gosh, it must have been 12, 15 years ago in Montreal. And we just struck up a great friendship. He actually lives in upstate New York. He's a former father. I mean, he a father of a son, but also a priest. I believe Anglican, but don't quote me on that. Great guy, open-minded, and this is for him. Okay. What we're going to do is use a regular chair. So I'm not using a Samsonite chair. I want you to notice how can you use a chair that's more stable, but not the Samsonite chairs that we usually use in class. So you can get used to using whatever you have. We are going to be using 2 blocks just to extend our arms. If you can, just get some hardcover books. That's great. Or you might have some wood boxes that are about 1/2 foot to 1 foot in height. Those would be great too. Get creative with what you already have. Okay. You don't have to go crazy buying tons of yoga props. And this in Dave's series, I'm calling it Dave's series, is we're going to start with hip openers and leg action, which I know is a favorite of so many of my classes. Especially here in Edmonton, it's colder, it's darker. At this time of year in December, it can really, pull on our nervous systems. And if you have seasonal affective disorder, one of the best things just to get some endorphins going, a release of serotonin, and to feel good is to work on the legs. So we're going to do lots of fun stuff today in our legs, in a chair, and with a chair, and around a chair. So here we go. Let's go to our chair. I'm just sitting at the front of the chair. So the front lip, you want your sits bones just behind it, a couple centimeters. That way, it's going to stimulate sitting up with learning to engage lower back muscles, the quadratus lumborum, multifidus muscles, which also work with our wrapping abdominals, the obliques, which also works with our deepest abdominal, the transverse abdominals. And so coming to sitting, letting the sits bones root, then aligning the thigh bones forward and have the feet directly below the knees. So it should be creating a 90-degree angle at your ankles, knees, and hips. If you're smaller, place blocks underneath your feet. So it does create those angles. If you're bigger, and I have had people who are 6'2" to 6'6" take my classes, we put 4 blocks underneath their chair, just so they're sitting in a manner that respects their dimensions and their body length. So we're going to root those sits bones, hands on thighs, and simply begin to move your awareness into your pelvis. Breathing into the belly and breathing out. Let the posture and the intentional breathing allow you to arrive and let go of your day. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through your nose. And so your yoga practice is beneficial. It has more clarity, it has a framework to it. Let's bring our hands together into mudra. Placing the hands just at the base of the sternum. Tilting the hands forward. Allow the head to slightly tilt forward. So the nose and the eyes are directed towards it. Notice how this softens the front body, lets the ribs soften backwards, and promotes the back body. And I'll take these moments in this sitting meditation to clarify what you want to work on today. Perhaps just to follow the hip openers. Perhaps it's to allow yourself to start a yoga practice. Perhaps something else. So set your intention, your sankalpa. See it clearly in your mind. You may have some imagery or words that you want to visualize with it. And breathing in. And the sound of Om together. Om. From the pelvis lift the head and release the hands. So moving into the hips, if we want to open something in the body, really what we want to first do is to move it, articulate it. Because that which we can't move on any level, we really can't affect. We can't do any, action and consequence change. So let's go into our pelvic tilts. With the feet on the floor, hands can be on the sides of the chair. On an inhalation, draw the sacrum forward, lift the sternum, let that carry the neck and head up. Then on your exhalations, draw your navel back, let the pelvis tilt back, and the rest is fine. Breathing in forward and up. Exhale, draw the pelvis back. Feel the spine change into flexion. Inhale. And exhale. And as you do these pelvic tilts sitting, notice how the whole rest of your spine is a posture on the movement of your pelvis. And allow that synchronicity between pelvis and the whole rest of the spine. Breathing in. And breathing out. See if you can relax your jaw joints. Let the lower jaw drop away from the upper jaw. Because the jaw joints and the hip joints relate in our human body. And if one's tight, it reflects tension in the other. So relaxing the jaw. Letting the tongue soften to the base of the mouth. Feeling how that might open up more movement in these flexions and extensions. One more time. Inhale forward. And exhale. Now root your sits bones, bring your spine out to neutral. We're going to place our hands to our knees and then step our feet a little bit wider. So we've got clearance for our shoulders to move through our feet and knees. On an inhalation, root your sits bones. You can press with your feet to feel it. Then on an exhalation, draw the chin to the chest and roll down one vertebrae at a time. Let this take as many breaths as you need. Perhaps you'll stay with your hands on your knees. Perhaps you'll bring your hands on the floor. And wherever you get to, breathe in and breathe out, feeling the full flexion of your hips at this time. Inhaling, wide back, wide sits bones. Then exhaling softly, letting the chest have weight. Letting the shoulders rest down, head hanging, elbows heavy, hands fully rooted, two knees are full. One more deep breath in, and breath. Now, on your next exhalation, draw your navel back, scoop your tail towards the chair seat, and roll up to sitting, one vertebrae at a time. Once you've arrived, walk your feet in. So once again, they're neutral. Take your left hand to your right knee, your right hand towards the back of your chair, and on an exhalation, twist through your belly to the right. Inhale, return to neutral spine. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhaling, Inhale. One more time. Exhale and twist to stay. If you can, use your hand on the back of the chair to gently guide the right kidney back. Use your left hand on your right knee to gently draw your left kidney towards your right side. So we're spiraling up the center line of the body. One more deep breath in and breath out, unwind. Return to neutral and sensitive. And now moving to the other side. Right hand to the outside of the left knee, left hand to the chair. On your exhalation, turn to your belly to the left. Exhale, return to neutral. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhaling, feet, pelvis rooted. So as you twist, it's through the spine. Articulating each vertebrae as you twist, both on the entrance and the exit. The next exhalation and twist, pause. Once again, use your left hand on the chair where it's available to you. Stabilize your legs. Use your right hand on the outside of your left. And breathe and root through the sits bone. Exhale, twist and lengthen. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more breath in. And then exhale, return to neutral. Breathing in. And breathing in. Moving on, we're going to bring the right knee into the chest. And notice as you draw it in deep and hug it in, the spine moves into flexion. And then on an inhalation, place the right foot to the floor, return to our beginning sitting posture. Exhale, hug the right leg in. Inhale, return to sit. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, this time hug in and keep the leg in. Flex your right foot. Take your left hand to your right heel and outward rotate your right leg. Place the outer right heel to your left. Once again, good alignment through your left leg, so where it's even through the pelvis and spine as possible. In this sitting position, inhale, lift the right knee, and then exhale, lower the right. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, lower. Feel that deep movement in the hip joint, learning to mobilize this joint, which is the deepest in our body. One more time, exhaling and inhale. Staying with the leg open, take a deep breath in, root the sits bones, float the crown of the head up, and then exhale, chin to chest, curl forward, taking your head towards the inside of your left knee or in the middle of your right shin. Pause here for 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Root the tail down, and on an inhalation, lengthen the spine. Bring the hands to the side of your chair. And now extend your right leg forward, rooting the heel to the floor. Once again, right up on your sits bones, so we're using our core muscles. And on the exhalation, lift your right leg. And inhale low. Exhale, lift. Inhale low. Exhale. Inhale one more time. Exhale. Inhale. Now this one's kind of tricky. You're going to outward rotate your right leg from up in the hip. And now we're going to lift and lower. And that's going to target the sartorius muscle, which works very deeply with all your other leg muscles. Exhale, lifting. Inhale, lowering. Exhale, lifting. Inhale, lower. Last time. Exhale. Inhale. Now rotate the leg in. So we're going to start hitting the outer leg. 4 times lifting with internal rotation. Exhale. Inhale. Try not to collapse through your back. Maintain your sits bones rooted. Maintain the back and core active, so it's counterbalancing the movement of the leg. One more time, exhale, inhale. And let's bring that leg in, shake it out. You might want to fold forward. You might want to place your hands to the floor and extend your legs. You may want to stand up and feel how that's affected the action in the hip joint and through the pelvis. Now let's sit down again. Feet rooted. We go to the other side. With the left leg, exhale, hug it into the chest. Inhale, come back to sitting. Exhale, hug in. Inhale, sit. Exhale. Inhale. Last time to hug in and stay. Outward rotate the left leg, flex your left foot, and place the left ankle on the right knee. Come on up to sitting. Once again, feeling into the middle and fronts of your sits bones, aligning all the actions through your torso. And on an exhalation, lift your left knee and inhale lower. Notice just by moving the thigh bone, it's asking different alterations, counterbalances deep through your torso. Soon as we move our thighs, we're activating through our pelvis. And one more time, up and down. Reach your sits bones, lengthen through left foot, spine up. And on your exhalation, draw your chin into your chest, curl forward. 3 deep breaths. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Scoop the tail under, inhale, come on up to sit. Hands to the side of the chair, extend your left leg forward, rooting through the heel. Legs in line with their hips, and on an exhalation, lift your left leg, inhale lower. Exhale, lift, inhale lower. 2 more times. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Outward rotate that left leg. Notice how much it is. It's not that much when we're sitting. And 4 lifts. Exhale, inhale. As you lift, pelvis stays rooted, leg stays long. Exhale, lifting. Inhale, lowering. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Great. Rotate it in without rolling the pelvis. 4 reps here. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last time. Exhale. Inhale. Release. Shake your legs up. Bend your knees. You can just fold forward. Notice how that's starting to open up the lower back. Or let's root our hands to the floor and extend the legs, coming into Uttanasana, forward bend. Press through the inner heels. Press the mounds of the toes so that we enliven the lengthening action through the incline. Breathe in, sits bones wide, sides of the waist long, head lengthening down. 1 more breath in. And breath in. Now we're going to bend the knees, scoop the tail under, and roll up to standing. Pushing the ground away so it creates length right up to the crown of the head. Okay. Changing now. We're going to take our chair onto the mat so it's on one end and it's facing us. So I'm just going to move the camera away a little bit further. So you've got full postures. A step so that your 2 feet in front of your chair. Exhale, fold forward and place your hands on the chair. My fingers are spread and fully rooted. My feet are directly underneath my hips. So I'm getting clear action at 90 degrees in the hip. And in this position, what we're going to do is inhale, bend the knees. And then exhale, push through the corners of each foot to extend the legs. Inhale, bend. Imagine each foot has a corner, big toe, baby toe, inner heel, outer heel. And then exhale, push those 4 corners of each foot to lengthen the legs. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath like that. Inhale. And exhale. Next, lift the head, place your hands on the back of the chair. Spread the fingers, root down to the palms of the hands, and then slowly extend the sits bones back. So the chest isn't collapsing. Instead, the chest and shoulders are being lengthened. 5 deep breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Root the hands down, inhale, lift the head. Place the hands on the chair again. And this time, you want to go to the mid side of the chair. See if you can wrap your hands around. This chair, it's got a metal structure. It's actually great for developing grip. And then we're going to bring the shoulders over the wrists and extend the legs back. So we're in a plank pose here. Root through the hands, separate the shoulder blades, lengthen strong and back through the heels. Breathing in, breathing out. What we're going to do is on an exhalation, draw the hips all the way back. And then inhale, thrust through the balls of the feet, bring the tail forward, and continue forward so we come into an up dog. Exhaling down dog. Inhaling up dog. Exhaling down dog. Inhaling up dog. One more time, exhaling back. And then inhaling, coming forward. Group the hands, draw the shoulders back, and push down to the hands so the rib cage lifts away from the chair seat. 5 breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, draw the hips back again. We're now in downward dog with the hands on the chair seat. So we're getting a deeper folding in the hips. 5 breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bend the knees, draw the weight back into the feet. Inhale, stand up with length, lift the arms, and exhale, lower the arms down. Great, we're gonna move on. Allow yourself now to step onto the chair with your right foot. So placing the right foot on the chair so it's in line with your head. Lean forward with your hands, and then lengthen your left leg back. Rotate the left leg down and back at a 45-degree angle so that the whole outer edge of the foot is rooted. So that's going to create stability for your lower back. And now on an inhalation, draw the pelvis forward, feel the rooting through the right foot, and then exhale, draw back. Inhale, both feet root, pelvis cross forward, chest lifts, exhale, draw back. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Now, inhale, come forward. The important leg here is really the left leg. It's going to create the lift and thrust we want for safety. So press through your outer left foot, scoop your tail under, press through your right foot so it's energized, lengthen the spine, bring the arms up. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, stretch your right leg, moving your weight back, flex your right foot, and lengthen forward, hands to the chair seat. 5 breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gaze at your left foot. Now your left foot's upward rotated. Turn it to parallel. Root through your left heel, scoop your tail under, come on up to standing. And now lift your right knee, and then lower your right foot to the floor slowly. Bring weight onto both feet. So now we're going to do the other side. So this is called Virabhadrasana 1 with chair. Warrior 1. It's great to start to open up the hips without struggling with gravity. We're struggling with our lower back. So left foot is rooted, hands forward. Jump your right foot back so you've got enough distance to then rotate your right leg outwards at a 45-degree angle. Make sure the outer edge of the foot is rooted, toes are spread, so the arches of the feet are starting to activate. Inhale, bring your pelvis forward. Exhale, push with your left foot, draw your hips back. Inhaling forward. Exhaling back. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come forward, planting both feet. Remember, the back leg is our importance here. Root through it, scoop the tail under, add the left foot to lift cleanly through the pelvis. Draw the chest up, both arms up. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, push with your left foot, draw your weight back. Flex your left foot, it's still on the chair for balance. And now exhale, hinge forward slowly in your hips. Hands can come to the back of the chair or to the chair seat. 5 deep breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bring the attention into the right leg and foot. Rotate the right leg to parallel, and then root cleanly through both feet. Bring your spine up. Inhale, bring the left leg up. And then exhale, lower the left leg to the floor, calmly and slowly. Breathing in. And breathing in. Now we're going to change the position of the chair to do Trikonasana so it's easy on the hips. This next posture, even with blocks, it is an extreme action in the hip, the pelvic floor for so many people. So instead of working with the hands so low, we're going to take the chair, place it at the other end, have the chair seat still facing you. Open the legs 1 leg length, and turn the left leg in 45 degrees. Turn the right leg up 90 degrees and inch the right foot forward so the ankle is underneath the lip of the chair. Breathe in, lengthen the arms to the sides. Root through the feet, kneecaps lift so it corrects any misalignment in the legs. And then exhale, hinging your hips towards the chair. Now, anybody who's tighter or right away, the ribs start to flare forward. Back off, draw the ribs back, and take the attention down into what the hips need to do here so that there's no shaking and compensation in the ankles or knees, and there's no compensatory action in the movement. My friends who this is well within your capacity can slightly bend the right elbow and place the right elbow and forearm to the chair, which gives you more access to the shoulder line. Breathe and root through the feet, lift the kneecaps, lengthen the spine. For my more advanced friends, scoop the tail under, then bring the awareness up the back to the base of the neck, and slowly look up to your left foot. Breathing in and breathing out. 1 more breath in and breath out. Turn the head down to the chair. Root through the feet. Inhale, come on up to stand. Turn the toes forward and step the feet together. Okay. So using the chair for the Trikonasana is wonderful. You have more stability and you can work all the internal twisting and counterbalance actions. So going to the other side, chair now on my left, legs at least 1 leg length apart. I turn my right leg in 45 degrees, and then turn the left leg out 90 degrees. Next, inching the foot just underneath the lip of the chair. Breathe in, root through the sits bones, back wide, reach the arms out to the sides. And then on an exhalation, hinge in your hips, maintaining stability through your feet and knees. And stay with the hand either on the chair, working all the subtle rotations of the hips so that the lower back actually stays neutral. Or exhale, begin to lower down to the left forearm. Breathe in, press the mounds of the big toes, lengthen through the inner thighs. Then exhale, press to the outer edge of the feet to scoot the tail under. And when you feel you have command through your pelvis, slowly roll your right kidney back, turn through the back of your spine, look up to the right thumb, using the back of the neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, unwind through the neck and the head, gaze to the chair. Root through the feet, inhale, stand up. Turn your toes forward and walk or gently your feet together. Okay, next, we're going to take the chair now and place it in the middle of our mat. And you want these two chair legs on the mat so it doesn't in any way slip. Once again, sit on the front of the chair, sits bones right at that front lip. We're going to open the right leg to the right, turn our pelvis in that direction so it respects what the knees and hips can do. Extend your left leg back. Now, in the beginning, in this posture, most people are going to have the right hand in the chair and the pelvis lifted. And it's slowly over time, as you're rooting the feet, the fascia and tendons of the outer legs start to lengthen. You'll be able to lower right sits bones to chair. Next, lengthen the spine over to the right, right elbow to knee, and then bring the left arm up by the left ear, Parsvakonasana. My more advanced friends, place the right hand to the floor behind the right foot, and turn the head into the left arm and look up to the center of the palm leg. 5 deep breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Gaze down to the right foot. Root through the feet. Stabilize your right sits bones and slowly draw your left sits bones down to bring your spine up. Root through your feet and see if you can lift your pelvis off the chair. Full Virabhadrasana 2. Breathing in and breathing out. One more breath in. Breath out. Inhale, extend the right leg, turn the toes forward, and then walk, jog, or choke your feet together. Bend our knees, come to sitting again. Open the left leg to the left, pelvis turns with it, left hand on chair, extend your right leg back. Notice, and especially for beginners, you're going to just have your left hand on the chair, your pelvis lifted until you get the articulation deep in the hips and the balance through your ankles and calves. And lower slowly the left sits bones to the chair. Once again, for my friends who might be tired, if you have a block, or as I said before, a hardcover book, you could actually place that so that your chair seat is higher. You breathe in and exhale, folding the hips to the left, left elbow to knee, right arm by ear, or my advanced friends, lowering down the left hand to the floor, lengthen, look up to the center of the palm of the right hand. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and last breath. Exhale, gaze down to the left foot, root through the feet, guide the sits bones to the chair, bring yourself up to Virabhadrasana 2. You could stay there. Root the feet and bring the pelvis off the chair. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Root through the heels, extend through the left leg, turn the toes forward, and then walk or jump your legs together. Okay. This is still a short and sweet. How are you doing? We're going to take our chair back to the top of your mat. And if you have a wool blanket or a cotton blanket, I want you to get that out and place that so that it will be the length of one of your femurs back from the chair. And you'll see why. The right foot steps forward, my hands come to the chair, and then I place my left knee to the chair. To the blanket on the floor. I keep my left toes tucked under so it guides the alignment of the back leg. So many times if we let go of the ankle, the whole leg will kind of outward rotate to compensate for any tightness in the hips and lower back. And we don't want that compensation because then we can't target that tension. Place your hands on the back of the chair. You might need to slide it forward. And on an exhalation, slowly draw your pelvis forward. So the triangle of your sacrum cleanly looks forward at the chair. Root down through the feet. Press down through your hands so the sides of the waist lengthen. And feel the stretch through the front of your left hip. Breathing in. And breathing out. And breathing in. And breathing out. Exhale, draw your hips back. Bend your right leg back, right knee to the blanket, step your left foot forward. Once again, dropping through the left hip, even off your hips, so your sacrum is directly forward towards your chair. It's not uneven and twisting. Both hip crests forward. Hands to the chair, and on an exhalation, press back through your right heel. Draw the sacrum forward. Lengthen up through the waist, chest fully forward. Breathing in, and breathing out. Inhaling, exhale. One last breath here. Draw the hips back. Step your left leg back. Both toes are tucked under, your knees are to the blanket. Scoop the tail under, come up to kneeling. For many people, this already is a hip stretch. If for you, you don't really find that, you can take your chair, move it closer to you, hands on the chair. Once again, reactivate the toes tucked under, heels back, and then scoop the tail forward, root down through the hands, lift the sternum up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, draw the hips back. Toes back. Now this is for you that have tighter backs. If you do, you're going to draw your hips down. Keep your hands on the chair. Slide forward, cross your forearms, and place your forehead on the forearms. This is great for people that are tighter in the lower back. And as we move into child's pose, there's too much tension yet to battle for. If you have any knee problems, you do child's pose with your feet and your sits bones on the chair. So we simply sit on the chair, root the feet. On an exhalation, bow forward. Let the chest rest on the thighs. Let the head hang forward and take the hands to the floor. If your arms are shorter and you want a sense of more stability in the posture, use your blocks directly underneath your hands. Choose which variation you're going to go into. Enter it, and we stay for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Scoop the tailbone there. Slowly come up to kneeling or sitting back on your heels. So last thing, as we do in every yoga class, bring yourself to lying down on the floor. Shavasana. Once again, if you have any difficulties getting on or off the floor, have a chair nearby. You can roll towards it, use it to stabilize yourself. Lay back. If you can, use your blanket across your thighs and belly. So once again, maintain warmth and a sense of weight through the pelvis and thighs. Let your legs rest out to your sides, your arms to your sides at about a 35-degree angle. Roll the heads of the shoulders back with ease. Let the palms of the hands be turned towards the ceiling. Close the eyes. Soften into the body. Breathing in. Breathing. Let the belly receive the breath. Let the chest and back receive the breath. Feel your breath is regulated. You're in contact with it with your awareness. Each inhalation, receive your body just as it is. Connect with the sensations just as they are. Each exhalation, notice if there's any holding in the body. And if it's possible, just to let it soften, even 1 degree. Then inhale again, receive the body just as it is. And then exhale, let the body soften and rest easily towards the ground. Allow Shavasana to be this infinite journey of sensing and then letting go. Sensing, letting go. Please rest in Shavasana for as long as you need. And I'll see you next time in another video for Dave. Thank you, everybody.